Okay. We're apparently live, sort of.
It says live.
Yeah, it's whether or not
It says live.
All right, we're live apparently. Oh my goodness. It's got the wrong.
Are you guys live?
We are live apparently. People tell us we're live. We had some trouble there.
It's showing me. It's showing me as not live.
No, we're live. Whether or not we're live on yours, you can maybe connect yours. It is amateur hour.
Dave, are you good, Dave?
No.
Hey, there's the chat. Sean is here. Iceman is here. So we've got people. The Artist Touch. Hey, Demo. Welcome.
Everybody be patient with us for a moment.
Yeah,
we're having some technical difficulties.
Just a bit.
All right. I know I'm definitely live. Rob's live. Dave's not live. Dave, you have to connect your hold on. Wait, actually. No,
Dave's not here, man.
Dave, you're live. Dave, you're
Cheers,
live.
Tater. Tater Dom is here. All right, so
you're good,
we are
Dave.
live.
No, I'm not. I'm not live.
No, I'm looking at you right now. I see your beautiful green shirt.
Turn off restream.
No.
No, I'm just saying I can't. It doesn't look like it's showing up.
Well, Tater Dom is on your channel right now in your chat room.
No,
yeah,
not.
it says he's
Not mine.
Let me go. I'm gonna go to your channel and see if there's a live going on.
Hey, Tater Dom, are you on Dave's channel right now? Are you on Booze on the Rocks? Say yes if you are.
It says that you're live, Dave.
Who's saying that?
Yeah, you're live. Everyone's live. We're live. Yay!
I can't tell.
Yeah, if you click on your actual like avatar, I think it screwed up all our thumbnails. We'll have to add those after.
Yeah, that's what happened. It made like it took our banners and made them into.
Yeah. So, but if you click on your actual avatar is glowing red and it says live, you click on it, it'll bring you right to it.
Yeah. So look.
So sorry, we screwed up on everything.
And I look at my laptop. It says 7 people are waiting.
Well, Dave.
That's the wrong event. You have to send to the new event.
Tater Dom just said he's on your channel right now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I just went to your channel, Dave. You are live. I think it's the event you set up screwed up, so it's on a different event. But you are live.
Yeah.
I think we are all live. So
yeah.
And it's highball time. Sir Brass is here and he's ready to drink.
Yeah. So listen. Speaking of everybody, just so we have the whole community together, head over to Dave's channel, Booze on the Rocks. So everybody head on over there. That way all you guys can chat together, okay? So head on over to Booze on the Rocks.
Bonnie says she missed.
We're not going anywhere.
Bonnie says she missed the best part. I assume she's referring to us bumbling idiots trying to start a live. Already been drinking. There you go.
All right. So again, everybody head over to Booze on the Rocks, David's channel, so we can all chat together. And we're gonna start making some highballs. First of all, what's everybody drinking tonight? I seems like Iceman already started drinking. I don't even want to know what he started drinking. He's in Texas right now, so whatever it is big.
That's right.
Let's see. Sir Brass had too many Mexican fire squads already. Those are delicious, man. If you make them right, those are bangers.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's a tequila cocktail. It's tequila, grenadine, lime. It's good stuff. And I think a ton of Angostura bitters. So it's got some good spice there. Let's see. But Rob is drinking Nashville Barrel Rye. Nice.
Oh, Dabo just had a special morning coffee. Tell us more about that.
All right. So everybody make sure you head over to Dave's channel. We're gonna start making some cocktails. Rob, why don't you start things off, brother? What do you got for us today?
All right. Maybe we should actually say what we're doing.
Yeah, we're making highballs today because it's springtime, at least where we are. And what's more refreshing in the spring than a nice, cool, icy highball? So everybody's making highballs today.
And what would you qualify as a highball, Vino? Because it is still a pretty vague definition.
Yeah, I think anything that's served obviously in the tall glass with ice and has to have bubbles, whether it's ginger, beer, ginger ale, soda, tonic. I would say it has to have bubbles.
And it's usually not necessarily. Well, I mean, some crazy bartenders will measure how much kind of soda they're giving you, but typically a highball is just topped. You know,
Topped
like
off. It's a top off.
it's
Top
top
off.
like because it means that there's some recipes where they will add soda like a Royale, you know, where it's still served in a coupe. You add a little bit of bubbly in there just to make it sparkly, but that's not a highball because you're topping with like an ounce at most. You're not adding 2-3 ounces of soda to it.
And think about highballs too. I mean, not always, but often you can just build it right in the glass. I still tend to shake the non-soda ingredients.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up as a talking point. Do you shake or do you just build in the glass for a highball? I am on the lazy end of build it in the glass, unless there's like a lot of ingredients. You know, if there's muddled fruit, if there's some thick syrups that are just going to settle at the bottom of the glass, then things like that, yeah, I'll shake it before. Obviously not with the bubbly portion, but shake it before and then top it off. But generally speaking, like the one I'm going to make right now, I'm building it right in the glass.
Yeah, so I shake everything without ice. I just want to make sure the ingredients are, you know, incorporated well together. So I don't actually use ice when I shake it. I just shake it to get it all mixed up. Then I put it into the glass.
Sounds good. All right, so the first one we're making is Ray and Ting. And it's super easy. You need this guy right here. It's right in the name, the Ray Nephew Overproofed Rum. And then we've got...
Oh, we got Angry. Hello, Angry. Angry's in the house.
Hey, if you want to join us, Angry, get that link. Get in here. And if we need the Ray and Nephew is the Ray, and then for the Ting, we've got Ting grapefruit soda, which I believe is a Jamaican soda, right? So it's Jamaican.
Yeah, this is the most literal cocktail. This is the most literal cocktail I think ever made.
Yeah. And all right, and the recipe technically is literally just this and that. I do like for highballs to add a little bit of lime juice, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get some ice.
Yeah, I know we add that as well.
All right, I'm back.
You were gone?
Cancel my section live, but it's what it is, right?
Dave, what do you got in front of you, Dave? What book do you got in front of you?
Say that again?
What book do you got in front of you?
What book?
Is that the instruction? Yeah, you got a book in front of you.
Oh, this is my recipe book. Well, it's one of my recipe books. I've, after several hundred videos, I just, for every one of my videos that I do, I write down a recipe. I write down my notes, you know, stuff, whatever I might possibly need to put together a video. Because I don't write a big, long script like many YouTubers do. I come here, I do it, I take my recipe, and I show you exactly what you're going to get, right? So
that's it. Yeah, no scripts here either.
For my lives, even though Rob will eventually put the recipes up, I like to have a reference in my very bad handwriting, which you can't really read very well.
I figured for a Ray and Ting, I didn't have to put it up because it's literally 3 ingredients.
But like I said, it's very literal, very literal.
2 ingredients if you don't do the lime. But
hey, look who's in the house, Tim. What's up, Tim?
Tim. And we got Stefan. Cheers. Here it is, guys. Ray and Ting.
Oh, Stefan. What's up, Stefan?
Starting off with a awesome highball. Oh, yeah.
Such a good
you
cocktail.
Absolutely need Ray Nephew for this one. That funk. I mean, yeah, I guess you could go Smith and Cross, but you got to use. I mean, it's
different, dude. It's a different experience.
It is different, but it does have that strong funk, and it is just fantastic. Hey guys, we got Angry in the house. How's it going, Andrew?
Hey y'all.
Hey, Rob, we just lost you.
Lost who? Who did we lose?
I can see everyone, and I can hear you too, Rob. So I don't know what the problem
is. Did we lose Vino? Is that who we lost?
I can't hear anybody.
See Vino too.
No. I can hear Vino, but apparently he can't hear us.
Yeah.
We're having troubles tonight. It's a good thing we're drinking because.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't had this, I mean, this is a Ting is a fairly. I mean, it's good. It's a fairly standard grapefruit soda. So if you can't find that, this you could probably. I mean, I know it's in the name, so people would probably say it's sacrilege. But if you can't get Ting, any other grapefruit soda should work. However, yeah, you can't really go any other way. You need the Ray and Nephew to make this drink, and it's The soda is delicious, refreshing, and that funk from the rum is just superb. And it's what's the proof on this? 63%. We got 2 ounces, so it's a strong one.
All right. So in less than 2 hours, Rob will be very happy.
We still have trouble with Vino.
I have to disagree with the both of you. And Andrew, I think you'll back me up on this.
Yeah.
Technically, a highball is about 2 ingredients, usually the spirit and some kind of carbonated mixer, generally, right?
I mean, at its simplest, that's a highball. Yeah, spirit and mixer. But yeah, I regard
the original kind of highballs would be, like a rum and coke, a gin and tonic, rye and ginger. That's when you start drinking. That's kind of what you go for. That was my rye and ginger was my kind of intro into cocktails. That's what when I didn't feel like having beer anymore, and I was out when I was under the age of. We won't get into that, but that's what I was going. Rye and gingers. Hey, how's it going, Pete?
In our respective countries,
Scotch and soda. That's a good one. Scotch and soda is surprisingly good.
What's the drinking age in Australia? What is it?
Drinking age in Australia is 18.
And how about Canada?
It's 19, except for the odd province of Quebec where it's 18.
Yeah,
wow.
It's 19 everywhere else.
You
guys are the oddballs with your
21.
Yeah.
In the US,
you guys are the oddballs in the U.S. with your 21.
Crazy.
That's a whole other. That's a whole other political conversation, right there.
But it's an interesting conversation, right? It's
yeah.
And I think that's just a throwback. I'm not even sure.
We used to be able to drink at 18. I mean, you could die for your country if you can't have a drink,
And that's always been the argument for me. It's like you can, at 19, you're literally, or at 18, literally an adult in every other sense of the word. You can get married, you can go to war, you can drive a car, you can buy a house, you can do all these things, but you can't drink for another 3 years. It's strange.
Garrison says prohibition. Would have been the time when I guess maybe the repealing of prohibition is when that time frame changed from 18 or 19 to 21 in the U.S.
Well, and you guys still have technically dry counties. I just recently found out about that, and I find that's strange.
Oh yeah, we've got a ton. We've got a ton.
You got certain parts of the country where it's still illegal. I find that hilarious.
Yeah,
we don't have that at all.
Well, look at where they make Jack Daniels. That's a dry county.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fact, that's hilarious.
Sip and test, you have to actually, the payment is actually technically a purchase of a part of the company, which then allows you to actually taste and test the.
That's hilarious. So, because then you're not drinking for recreation. You're an official taste tester.
It's for science. It's for science and research.
It's for science. I'm getting drunk for science.
But even up here. There were places that were dry counties up into the 50s and 60s, actually, in southern Ontario. I grew up in Ontario. Rob is Ontario, Quebec, kind of.
Yes, I didn't know about that.
Yep. No, right,
let's make the next drink.
Well, I mean, I'm super thirsty. I got these allergies, so my throat is dry. So I'm gonna make mine right now because I need a drink.
Let's do it. You are making.
I'm gonna make the Desert Healer.
The Desert Healer.
Yeah, I need some healing right now. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of gin. I'm using Green Hook gin, which is from Brooklyn.
That's technically a mule, and I did not see this one when I did my 100 Mule series.
Guess you better do another 100 mules.
Yeah, there's so many out there. I probably could make it to. I probably could make it to 200.
I mean, they're all kind of mules in a way because I'm using ginger beer for all of mine today.
Yeah.
1/2 ounce of cherry hearing, which is always fun to use. I haven't used this up in a while. I used to use it all the time.
Is the rim of the bottle getting all like sugary crystallized?
No. I tend to clean my liqueurs off so that they don't get all crystallized.
What happened? There was one recently. There was a liqueur recently I used. I think it was maraschino, and I had not used it for like probably a year. And oh my god, I was like struggling to get that friggin' bottle open.
The only thing that I'm not is it uses 2 ounces of OJ, and you guys know I don't love OJ in my cocktails, but it seemed like an interesting enough cocktail to give it a shot. So.
Yeah, guys, if everyone wants to be in the same chat, we are encouraging people to go to Dave's channel today. We will not feel bad.
No,
But if everyone can be in the same group,
yeah.
it just helps the conversation if everyone's together.
Yeah, we encourage you to go over to Dave's channel so everybody's hanging out together.
For sure.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
And this is all about you guys.
Yeah.
And of course, those few people that are on camera.
Vino
So
just made me
ask
think
us your
cherry
interesting
theory.
questions, cocktail related,
Sorry?
unrelated.
A friend brought over stuff from the 1970s.
I saw that. I
His
saw that
grandfather's
on
alcohol
Steve's
collection.
channel.
What is that?
This is 1970s cherry brandy.
Really? Who's
I love it.
who's the brand, or what's the brand?
The brand is Bardenet. They still market here actually. So this is Australian made in the 70s. But look at this one, the Aladdin lamp. This is a mandarin liqueur.
That bottle is unreal.
And
And that's
color.
not a decanter. This is how it was sold.
I know, that's nuts.
That's a Mandarin liqueur.
That's what it says.
Now
That's a weird color for Mandarin.
the color I see at least on screen here, it's
red.
a reddish color. Is
It's
that
completely
it's
red.
as hell. Yeah.
Yep.
Like I'm just going to use this as a grenadine substitute in cocktails at the moment.
Is it that sweet?
It's amazing. It's maintained its color over all these years. It has.
Is it that
oxidized.
sweet?
It doesn't look like it.
It is really. It just tastes like sugar. Like
Okay, so
this tastes
no
like,
no mandarins in sight.
this tastes like Maraska cherry. So this tastes like sugar. So I'm literally just using it as a
grenadine substitute.
Yeah. Once again, man.
I don't think Dave likes it.
Once again, yeah, orange juice, man, it just doesn't work.
Oh yeah, when I saw orange juice and ginger beer, I was like, "What the?"
It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like torturing myself to try to find an orange juice cocktail I like, and this is not. This is
Every time there's orange
version.
juice, every time there's orange juice in like a large quantity, I always do half orange, half lemon. Just that extra acidity does help.
Yeah. Oh, I just don't do it.
Or just don't do it.
Like Dave has made like a creamsicle type of thing. That's fire.
Yeah.
Like that's good because it's a creamsicle flavor. It's supposed to taste like that, like orange. But when orange is a component, it just doesn't work for me.
You have some alternatives to cherry. If you can find cherry brandy, any cherry brandy will be a substitute as long as it's not the McGuinness because it's garbage. And that has a different name. I think it's like Meagers in Quebec.
There's Meagers.
Yeah, it's literally the same brand. They just have a different name in Quebec for some reason.
There's a cherry brandy that I used to use called not cherry brandy but cherry liqueur made by Luxuosa. They're the same people that make the vodka, and that's a bright red cherry liqueur. But it's a cherry liqueur that's artificially much more sweetened and flavored versus a cherry hearing. So you get two different flavors. So depending on what you can get, and it looks like Spin and Minute. He said he bought some from Japan. Where are you from? Let us know where you're from. Whether you can
Well, he's in Quebec
or not, or
I don't know if he's from Japan, but he seems like he's living in Quebec. Or you can head over to my channel, and I have a recipe for an awesome cherry brandy.
Yeah. Luxardo make a good cherry liqueur.
They do,
I've
yes.
got that at the moment.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they've got the Sangay Morlaco.
The Luxardo one is really good.
Yeah,
Really good.
It's funny because like I remember the first time when I bought the Luxardo, the Maraschino, I thought that's what it was, like a cherry syrupy liqueur, and I tasted it, I'm like, oh god, what is this? And then I tried the Sangay Morlaco, and I'm like, okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted the cherry flavor.
Again, guys, make sure you head over to David's channel, Booze on the Rocks. That's where everybody's hanging out, chatting up, make some friends, hang out.
That's it.
What is everybody's favorite highball drink, by the way? Whoever's watching, what's your favorite highball drink?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
What is your favorite highball?
I want
Also, do you
to
have,
go to Japan and get one of those really fancy bartenders to do me a whiskey and soda. I think
Oh my God,
the ice spear that like sticks out
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
much
yeah.
higher than the glass.
do that.
and they make no noise when they stir it. It's like,
Unbelievable. It's a 2-ingredient drink. and they make it look so unbelievably.
And it probably costs like $100.
Do you know why the whiskey do you know why the whiskey soda became a big thing in Japan?
Why?
So because of beer, whiskey was the number one drink. Then beer became really popular, and the whiskey companies were like, we got to find a way to get traction going. And so they added soda to their whiskey because they had like a beer kind of thing. That's why they serve it in a highball. So they had the suds and the color like beer. And so then the whiskey soda became a big thing in Japan. Really smart marketing.
You know what's also great about a highball, because it's not complicated. When you're down lower like this, you can kind of just do this. And then this, and it's like you don't even measure, but you got a whole new drink.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tim loves his AMFs, man. I don't know how that became a highball.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool, but that's all it's got going for it.
I think he's messing with us. I think he's messing with us.
No, I think he loves it though.
Blue.
No.
What's that, Dave?
He said the best cocktails are blue.
Yes, blue.
I gotta hand it whoever invented blue curacao, who looked at like an orange triple sec and said, you know what, we need to dye that shit blue.
It's the guy that sat by the beach in Curacao and said, holy shit, how do I make the ocean in the bottle of glass?
Pretty much, Pretty much.
Think about it. That's what it's to make you feel like you're on vacation, man.
Because I mean, what other, I'm sure there are, but like what other spirits are blue that make blue drinks, other than Andrew's blue absinthe. That shit is insane.
There's some people use Powerade, some people use I think it's spirulina to dye things blue.
Yeah.
They'll use like with those power drinks and stuff. Yeah.
All right, David, what are you making?
Some interesting stuff. Do you want to put my cocktail up?
Yeah.
We're making an añejo highball. Now, one of the things is you need an añejo rum or an añejo aged rum. And because I don't have one and where I live, I can't get one, so I wasn't thinking about it when I decided what I wanted to make. I'm actually doing a combination of an aged rum and an añejo tequila. And I'm using
reposado tequila?
No, añejo.
You say you don't have an añejo?
No, I have an añejo tequila. I don't have an añejo.
Oh, it's an añejo rum. Oh, okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
And you could use something like an especial. That's what that is. But because I can't get it, I'm going to approximate it. Now the flavors will be a little bit different. And
well, I mean, añejo just means age, right? So as long as you got an aged rum,
it's extra aged. Yeah, but
extra age, yeah.
So I sometimes make stuff up as I go along because that's very aged. It's not supposed to be that color.
This has been near a window too much.
So
it
is an aged rum, but I want to give this different flavors. And I really want to make things a little bit more interesting because the standard cocktail is just kind of boring sometimes. So you got an ounce of an aged rum. I'm using what did I use? I used Angostura, 7 years old. And, of course, I used an añejo tequila, which is an oddball combination of liqueurs. You're going to throw 2 dashes of the Ango in there. And then you are going to use – I have ginger ale written down there, but you can also use ginger beer.
So I always swap that out. Every
time I made a cocktail where it called for ginger ale. Ginger beer just makes it better.
I always swap it
out.
Not
always. Not always, because sometimes it doesn't work. Now the sweetness.
Jack and ginger is much better than Jack and ginger beer.
Ginger ale.
I prefer ginger ale to ginger beer, honestly.
Really, I love that spice.
Oh, I love it.
I'm a fan of the bite. Ginger ale is too sweet.
Too sweet.
But I'm sweet.
This is really good. Go to ginger beer.
Big teddy bear.
Find a little bit of kick, but the rum.
You need more Campari.
Oh no, he's a koala bear. I'm sorry, he's a koala bear. I said I gotta be careful. I don't want to offend anybody,
Too late. I'm offended. Oh.
We
gotta shut it all down, guys.
Okay, no, but I do like this one is good in the way that you get some unusual flavors that work really, really well together. It actually comes up really good. And if you actually put ginger beer in this, you're going to get that final little bit of kick. And use sort of a spicy ginger beer, something that really gives you a little bit of punch to the face. And I say that because it'll perfectly blend out. The ginger ale itself is just a tad sweet on this, right? So,
yeah, I made. Recently I made I actually saw when I was researching drinks for this live. I came up with the Loch Almond Highball, but I had made it recently in my amaretto cocktails video. And I remember that was my issue with it, is it was basically Scotch, amaretto, and ginger ale. And my critique of it was it should be ginger beer. It'll give it that little pop. And there was too much amaretto. It was too sweet. So dial back the amaretto, just so it gives it that hint of amaretto, but I don't need it like overpowering. I want to taste the Scotch more.
And I
love to put some lime juice in there too.
Love amaretto, but it can overpower.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, the Manhattan Project is on.
Manhattan, how's it going?
I just noticed Stefan talking about doing half an ounce to an ounce of Ango with soda. Made me think of the Australian classic, the lemon, lime, and bitters. Yeah, I know.
Lemon, lime, and bitters, did you say, or dithers?
No, lemon, lime, and bitters is technically that much Ango. That's an alcoholic beverage at that point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's 45%.
Yeah. So
best after dinner highball
is
shit. I gotta try that today.
A couple of dashes of Angostura, lime cordial, and lemonade or soda.
Oh no, absolutely.
That's a very popular non-alcoholic drink in pubs.
Anybody have Jack Daniels? Because
I do.
Sir Brass said, "Is anyone going to make a Lynchburg lemonade?" But I don't have Jack Daniels.
What's okay? Well, I got Jack Bonded.
Right now.
You can
got
use
Jack Bonded.
Jack
But what's the recipe for that, for the lemonade?
Look it up on my channel. It's on my channel.
Is
It's on your channel. I think it's like lemon juice, Jack.
What's it called? Jack
Lynchburg lemonade.
Lynchburg. I was gonna say Jackburg.
Yeah, I don't remember all the ingredients.
It's actually a really, really good cocktail.
No, it's delicious. It's delicious.
In that video, I actually show you how to make probably one of the best homemade lemonades you can ever make for cocktails.
So 1.5 ounces of JD, 1 ounce of triple sec, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 4 ounces of lemon lime. Is that it?
Triple sec.
Yes.
Triple sec. That's it. Yeah.
Should be. It'll be a yellowish drink.
Oh shit. Yeah, but now I'm making I want to try that, but I also don't want to make 5 drinks tonight.
It's a good cocktail.
One to your wife.
Has anyone ever heard of this bourbon, Ancient Age?
No.
Ancient Age.
It
would be Vino. It wouldn't be me.
Yeah, I never heard that before. I mean,
this was from the 1970s collection.
That's super dope.
This had actually been opened, and so it had probably been opened for somewhere between 40 and 50 years. So I thought it was going to be terrible. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what?
Was it opened or unopened? Did you say
it was opened? And it's probably been open for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah,
wow.
That's interesting because
it wasn't too much oxygen getting into that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I did a video a couple of years ago on my video was about infinity bottles, but also what happens in a bottle when you open a spirit. So it evaporates and stuff like that. But my uncle recently gifted me a bunch of old scotches that he had, and he gave me this Lefroy 15. That's not available. Like Lefroy 10 is everywhere, but Lefroy 15, he bought this in Scotland at the distillery. And there was just there's maybe an ounce left now, but there was only a third of it left. So I was like, oh my God, that's an amazing bottle, but is it actually going to be good? Because he probably opened this 20 years ago, but it was still, and I compared it to a Lefroy Lore that I have. It was still very flavorful. It had not degraded.
Oh, that's awesome.
At all. So yeah, well, now it's down to an ounce because the thing is because it's a third. I'm not going to keep it forever because it is already quite old. So I figured let's just enjoy it while we got it.
Now, does that have an
you
actual
showed me that bottle. I thought it was a
stopper?
model.
Does it have a cork stopper, or does it have a? because it's a 15, does it have a cork?
The cork, it's funny because it actually has a Lagavulin cork, because when he gave it to me and I tried to open it, the cork broke. That's how how old it was. And luckily none of it fell in. I was able to extract it, but I keep a bunch of corks, so I had a cork. But yeah, it was like I was so worried. He gave me at least like 10 bottles, and a lot of them Isla Scotch, and all opened, all like have been drinking. There was maybe one that I was like, okay, that is like highly, it's just like water and alcohol now, like all the flavor's gone, but all the rest of them surprisingly still very flavorful.
But what you're going to do is that it's the ethanol that's actually going to evaporate first, right? So
look at this guy.
The retention, the flavor, and all that.
Big Pete.
Oh, it's Uncle Pete. Uncle Pete bottles his own stuff, huh?
Big Pete. Yeah.
So it's quite smoky too.
All right, we got Eric from Oklahoma up in here. What's up,
What's
Eric?
Andrew making? I know it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm recovering from
Highball,
last night. I was live streaming till 2 a.m.
You know, it's funny because I keep seeing you live on Facebook. It shows me, but like it's in the middle of my day and I'm working. And I'm just like, I gotta stop by one time to say, hey.
Is that where your live streams are on Facebook?
I see them on Facebook.
Use, an alternative to Restream called StreamYard. So I mainly stream to my original YouTube channel, Twitch, and Facebook all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Lots of different places to find Andrew.
So who's next? Right. Who's next in the highball situation here?
That'd be Rob.
So listen,
I replenished mine already.
So Andrew, did you? It turns out that Ancient Age is made by Buffalo Trace. I don't know if you saw that.
They might have bought it now. It says the Ancient Age Distilling Company, Frankfurt, Kentucky.
So they must have purchased it. Okay.
Yeah,
apparently it's still available. I got to see if I can find that.
Yeah, well, this is actually pretty good. What was weird is my friend Dave had several bottles of Scotch, like weird brands I'd never heard of. They were not very good, and these were unopened. Like, just open them and go, I don't think this was ever a good whiskey.
None of them were called Big Pete.
No.
I just love that name, and it's hilarious.
There were all these really daggy marketing, like with tartan and, Bonnie Prince Dune on it, and it's just like if this stuff was on a shelf now, no one would buy it because it just looked cheesy as hell.
You would be surprised. There's an interesting whiskey here called Black Velvet.
Yeah.
Hey, old Garth is in the house. How's it going?
Hey, old Garth. That's that guy that Vino keeps trying to convince.
I know.
Well, me and Rob have been trying to get Old Garth to subscribe to us for 4 years.
Who knows? He might be a silent subscriber. But
maybe he is a subscriber. He doesn't want to tell us though. He likes to hear us, plead for him.
That's how I got Tim way back.
That's how you got Tim, right? You had to beg for Tim.
I knew I could see Tim was commenting on Vino, was commenting on Dave, and I'm like, son of a bitch, why doesn't he follow me? So I went over there and I was like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah,
and eventually Tim came my way.
Oh yeah.
And the rest is history.
Now Tim catches more of the.
Now Tim is like just a regular cocktail guy on YouTube.
I know. Imagine that, huh? It's that damn Christmas cocktail challenge, man.
That's right. Got him started.
That converted him.
All right. What am I making next? Let's head over.
You're figuring that out.
Speaking of crappy looking bottles, like think about, and they turn out to be pretty decent, like the Black Velvet. Think about Evan Williams, right? Evan Williams looks like a ripoff of Jack.
Yep.
The label, but that's
really?
A very decent, cheap.
I don't have an Evan Williams. Oh yeah, you're right, actually.
No, that's
absolutely
a very
decent thing. What was
Is
everybody's first highball? And when I say first,
Ryan Ginger.
Okay, so Rob
Ryan
Ginger.
So technically, my first one would have been rum and coke, but then I didn't like rum and coke, so I quickly kind of went to Ryan Ginger, and that I enjoyed.
Mine
it
was
just
definitely a gin and tonic. Gin and tonic, 100%.
My first one was, of course, a screwdriver. And eventually it became 80% vodka and like 2% orange juice. The rest of that being an ice cube.
I will say though that
not a fan of the screwdriver. I just
structured one, but
that one's not bubbly though. So by Vino's definition, it doesn't qualify as a highball.
It has to have some bubbles.
Orange juice
I will say though,
if you leave it long enough to start fermenting on its own.
So you had a screwdriver made with Pruno.
But Rob, to his credit, orange juice does blow. So technically, that's a bubbly. It does blow. It sucks.
No, that was the first one I ever had in actually the tall glass, right? But Ryan Coke is rum and Coke's actually technically.
Yeah, rum and Cokes. The funny thing is, it might have been rum and Coke for me, but I don't remember that as you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would say though that so Ryan Ginger was my kind of go-to. I didn't really consider that a cocktail because it's really 2 ingredients. My first kind of cocktail highball would have been the Tom Collins.
Okay, so a not 2 ingredient one.
A not 2 ingredient. Yeah, Tom Collins would have been my first kind of like. Yeah, there we go. Mojito is a little fancier.
Like, cocktail.
Once you venture past 2 ingredients, because that's just like a mixer at that point. It's just like a mixed drink, like a.
Yeah.
So if you look at our screen, of course, there's Rob Bell's is 7 and 7.
7 and 7. That's a popular first.
Yeah,
what is 7 and 7?
It's one I have not made on
7
my
Up
channel.
is 7 Seagram's.
That would make for a 10-second video. Probably my most successful video at that point.
Okay, so what's everyone's favorite, or I don't even think I have one, but a highball that uses a different soda, like something with like root beer or orange crush or something like that. People have some weird ones with like Dr. Pepper and
the Paloma is the best highball that doesn't use the usual.
That's true. But it's still like a.
It's grapefruit soda. No other cocktail uses that.
What do you mean? I just made a ting and Ray and ting.
You did actually.
I'm wrong.
So you're shut down there, Vino.
Damn it.
What about you, Andrew? You didn't
tequila. Here we go. Bonnie with tequila and Mountain Dew, a redneck margarita.
That's Bonnie's like thing, man. The Mountain Dew drinks. She has a bunch of those on her channel.
Yeah.
Wait, what the heck is chocolate Coke?
What is chocolate Coke?
Oh,
I'm about to make one right now.
That's
you made a chocolate Coke? That's from your channel?
Yeah, it's from my channel. It's
and what
like
is
an adult version of Coke. It's got chocolate liqueur. It has vodka. It also has some coffee liqueur, a little bit of Coke. It's actually quite good.
What kind of chocolate? With chocolate liqueur, like
I just used a white chocolate liqueur, nothing with any color, so it doesn't look sludgy
but a cream liqueur? Or
I believe that. I don't know. I believe that.
I just used McGuinness, so it's
okay. No, I'm just trying to make sure it wasn't a cream liqueur. Okay.
No, yeah. So when I say white, I mean it's colorless, right?
Oh my God, these are funky right here. Suze and Mountain Dew or chartreuse and grape soda.
But Suze and Mountain Dew is a thing. Like people, that's a thing. That was hot for a while.
Good Lord.
It's like a Susan Cola, not a Suze, but it's.
I've definitely heard of this. Olgar says Dr. Pepper and Spice. I haven't tried it, but I've definitely heard of that. That's a thing. Dr. Pepper and Spiced Rum.
Yeah,
oh yeah. That's I've had that before. That's good.
Yeah.
Does it have a name like
tried?
I got some exotic sodas in the fridge. I'm going to go and pick one and come back and make a highball.
There you go. All right, I'm going to make my. So I'm making the old Cuban, although I'm going to break some rules here and people are going to get mad at me. I went to 3 grocery stores today. No one had mint. So I'm going to combine the mint and the simple syrup. And I'm going to use crème de menthe.
Yeah, it makes sense. Why not?
Why not?
No, it doesn't.
Purists are going to be like,
it's alive. No one's going to.
Yeah, I am totally lying.
And you know what? Actually, it works because there's so much sugar in the liqueur.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna take out the simple, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the simple. So I did half an ounce.
You're good money.
I technically use peppermint schnapps instead of condom milk, but whatever, it's the same shit.
No.
And well, I did a comparison. It's more minty and less sweet. So that's actually what I want. So. All right, then I'm going to do half an ounce of lime juice. So that's basically my first 4 ingredients into 2 ingredients. Oh,
I'm going to try this chocolate Coke.
Yeah, I'm going to try another one after my 3. And then we're going to do 1.5 ounces of aged Cuban rum. I'm using Havana 7 because in Canada we can get that. You Americans can't.
Ooh,
I just
that's-
spilled like half of it. There we go.
Again, while Rob's making his cocktail, remember, guys, everybody head over to Booze on the Rocks. That's where everybody's chatting and hanging out. If you want to talk with the rest of the people that are hanging out today, head over to Booze on the Rocks.
And what makes this one special is that we're topping off not with soda, but with sparkling wine.
Ooh, fancy.
This one's actually freaking champagne.
And by
It's
the
a
way,
cheap champagne.
Stefan
It's a
says,
cheap champagne, but it's
after
actually
12
champagne.
syrup video, why are you slumming it? With the-
Because I didn't make a mint syrup. That was the one syrup I didn't make on the video. I had 12 bottles, so I couldn't do 13. And I actually looked.
I don't think I've ever used mint syrup. I mean, usually you just muddle them.
Yeah, I made it for some of my juleps, but I had 12 bottles. So I had to decide which syrups I was going to make for the video, and it came down to literally the two extra. The two last ones was vanilla or mint, and I researched it. I said which one's more popular, and vanilla was more popular.
Oh, that's obvious.
I don't use a lot of vanilla syrup.
I feel like I use vanilla all the time.
yeah.
No, not me. I'm not a big fan of vanilla cocktails. I made vanilla
really?
liqueur and I made like a vanilla cocktails episode, and I was like, none of them were really good.
Well, vanilla liqueur is different from vanilla syrup, though. I don't know if I'd use liqueur. I mean, liqueur 43 is pretty good, and that's
Yeah, I made it. They're all pretty good. It's my liqueur. I find I prefer it. Galliano. Like I have my own that I made, which is fine. I have liqueur 43 is my favorite. That has a lot of complexity and spice. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Galliano has too much anise, like that.
Yeah,
that
but they have a
flavor.
version that's more
If
vanilla.
you say that.
Well, I have the more vanilla version. It's still the anise still comes
It's
through.
still very anisey, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in Canada, that's the only one I can get is the vanilla. It's not just Galliano regular; it's Galliano vanilla,
Yeah.
and it's still very anise forward. All right, here we
look,
have
so
my version of the old Cuban highball.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think the peppermint is good.
it's not.
No, you're not speaking. You're not speaking.
Does it
Spanish.
taste too artificial?
You didn't do anything.
What's that? Yeah, it tastes
artificial?
artificial, and it tastes, and the peppermint is very much stronger than the Crème de Menthe peppermint schnapps. And it does not work in this one. That's too bad.
Hey, did we know
that's
Sean
unfortunate.
did we know Sean was here? What's up, Sean? Had no idea he was here.
Yeah, Sean's been here for a while.
Oh yeah,
Really? Oh.
yeah. He's been here for a while.
Yeah, it's toning down the rum.
Sorry,
No,
Mr. Brother.
that's unfortunate.
All right. I got a
Screwball
lime and
peanut
yuzu
butter
soda.
and grape juice. Whoa,
Lime and uzu.
interesting.
Lime and yuzu soda,
That sounds good.
Beaver Tree.
Yeah.
And because yuzu is popular in Japan, so I'm going to do
What
a
is yuzu?
Churchill and have a whiskey and soda.
Oh, you're
Ooh,
using
I
your
like
Vicky.
it.
That's fantastic.
Hibiki,
Just
yeah.
Japanese
I love that
whiskey and
stuff.
soda.
Love that stuff.
Friend brought this over for a night of drinking, and then he said, you keep it. And I'm like, well, you don't have to ask me twice.
That's what I'm saying. Never look at the horse in the mouth. You know what I mean?
I've been hunting that whiskey for a while. It shows up every now and then locally, but it's gone as soon as it arrives.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
So Bearded
I love-
Dragon says, have you ever tried Screwball with grape juice? It tastes exactly like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, but at what
Gross.
ratios? What are the ratios?
I made a
I don't know.
peanut butter and jam mule. So
Oh, you
I
did.
was
That's right. You
Yeah,
made
it was-
the garnish, right?
yeah,
Peanut
the garnish
butter
is a little
sandwich,
PB and J sandwich. It's it was a novelty. It wasn't bad, but it's not something I'd make again.
But I think it's a little different though because you have the ginger ale is kind of running interference.
Yeah, it's still front and center of the ginger beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just get you kind of get like as soon as you drink it, you get peanut butter. So I did like half an ounce of peanut butter of the Screwball, half an ounce of strawberry liqueur, lime juice, and then ginger beer. And so you get up front you get the peanut butter, and then you get the sweet strawberry, and then it's ginger riding through to the end. So so it wasn't bad. It's not something I will do again. I did it twice. Once I did a video, and then I did it for my 100 Mule series. But yeah, it's not like it's in my regular rotation of cocktails.
So since we had 2 duds today, I'm gonna go ahead and make one now. Hopefully
Yes.
this one's better. So I'm gonna do the Grand Autumn. This one should be good.
That one does sound pretty standard, pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I can't see this one being too much.
I mean, elderflower with ginger beer goes really well because it's floral
does. It
and
works really
spicy.
well.
And then
And
whiskey,
obviously rye
you can't go
and
wrong with rye. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't. So this one should be a home run.
I mean, the old Cuban would have been good if it was actual mint. Because
Real
I've had
mint,
I've had the old Cuban standard, not the highball. It's just like more sparkling wine. So I'm very disappointed. I went to 3 grocery stores, no friggin' mint anywhere. It's almost time. It's almost time to start growing mint. I gotta go. I probably like we got a huge amount of snow just like yesterday. So, but give it a couple weeks and then I'll go and buy my yearly batch of mojito mint. Then it grows.
Your mint doesn't regrow.
I don't think I plant because I use a planter. I don't think it gets deep enough so that it does. Like it's got to have deep roots to survive the winter. Because I use a planter, the first year I got the planter, I was expecting it to come back in the spring and it never did. So now I just buy it fresher.
Because the second year you get 2 or 3 times that amount.
Yeah, because I need a deeper planter so that it doesn't freeze that low underground.
Mm-hmm.
Create a box garden in the yard.
Yeah, I could. I need to be elevated, otherwise the dog will pee on it.
That's why I say a raised bed.
Well, I haven't raised.
Don't blame the dog. Don't blame the dog. Don't blame the dog. Come on, we know how you get when you drink too much, Rob. What I do like about this one is
I don't pee on my mint.
So I have this cocktail calls for aromatic bitters. I got these Trader Joe's bitters.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, man, they're really good.
Ooh, that's great. I wish we had like an all things grocery store like Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's is awesome, man. They don't make anything that's not delicious. These are very cardamom forward.
Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite brand of ginger beer?
Yeah, this is
Bonnie
good.
says she likes the Cock and Bull. Is it Trader Joe's? Is that your brand?
This is good, Rob. You like this one?
It sounds awesome.
The
ingredients sounds awesome.
The rye just bumps up the spiciness from the ginger beer, though.
Oh yeah,
that's really spicy.
Oh yeah, rye in a French whore. What is a French whore?
What?
Ask Benjamin Franklin. Sorry.
That's funny.
I don't think he was talking about the highball though.
Right.
No.
He was probably doing highballs while he was hanging out with French whores.
Probably.
Usually doing 8 balls when you're hanging out with.
Yeah. Doing some opium while he.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the next episode. That's not today.
Tune in for the next Chicken Buddies.
Yeah. For the next Chicken Buddy, when we make
8-ball buddies.
It'll be our 15th episode, so it's the perfect way to celebrate, right? That's a milestone number.
That's right.
No, absolutely. So, what else do other people really like about highball culture? Besides the fact that they're generally easy, generally sessionable, and you can sort of just throw it together really with any spec that you want.
Yeah, the thing I like about them is that they're such dope drinks in the summer, man. Like spring and summer, I love them. I just bang them out.
Well, and it's something that it's so because of their low ABV, because you're adding so much more liquid and they're bubbly, so they go down easy. It's just refreshing. I mean, sometimes you just I love old fashions, but sometimes I want something that I can actually drink, and not just take tiny sips of.
Yeah, that's why I drink a lot. I drink Scotch and sodas a lot because of that. I want that. I want something light and refreshing, but I still like the taste of the Scotch and stuff.
Yeah, and what's nice about Scotch is I didn't think I'd like Scotch and soda before the first time I made it, but
it's so good. It's so good.
Sometimes you don't want that sweetness. You just want that nice flavor of the spirit, and then the soda gives it some longevity and
Well,
makes
if you
it
think
easier
about
to
it, that's
drink.
one of the reasons why the ready-to-drink cocktail, or things like White Claw, have been so popular, right?
Ah,
Exactly.
yeah, but they use
No,
their
yeah, but
vodka.
even if you go in blah, it's they hit that
No,
niche
but they're
Yeah, oh yeah, for
refreshing.
sure.
They're
vegetable
refreshing.
cocktails, like
Yeah.
something that's ready to drink or ready to knock out. But it's such a basic
Yeah,
formula.
oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, and when it gets warm outside, I like to eat al fresco a lot, outside. So like, what's better than sitting out on a beautiful summer day with a cool drink? It's the best. Stefan said coconut water with rum. That's fire, dude. That's really good.
Yeah.
Where's my pen? I need to write that down.
And
Well,
I carbonate the coconut water. And
I was about to
it's
say, I've got a carbonator. I could carbonate coconut water. That'd be good.
It's really
Nice.
good. It's really good.
I carbonated
That's
an old fashioned. That was dangerous.
Oh, I remember when you did. No, wasn't it the Negroni that was really dangerous?
No, well, they're all were. Well, the margarita, because it had lime to it, it wasn't that much of a departure from a regular like margarita. But the Negroni and the old fashioned, those were dangerous because they're pure booze. And then you carbonate it. Like I finished I chugged the friggin' old fashioned.
Well, you said you wanted to drink it, right? But however, when you think about it, the moment you carbonate something, you also, if it's a high alcohol cocktail, you get drunk faster.
Oh yeah.
Because the carbonation actually takes the ethanol to your bloodstream that much faster. A lot of people don't think about it, and of course, in a hot summery day, and you're just knocking them back.
Yeah. Well, the Whiskey Tribe guys carbonated straight whiskey, and then they were just drinking it, going, "This tastes like soda. This is really."
That's basically when I did the old fashioned. That's basically what it was. So I used a whipped cream siphon, but instead of the nitrous capsules, you buy the CO2 capsules.
Yep.
And I mixed an old fashioned, so just like 2 ounces of whiskey, a couple bitters, a little bit of sugar, dumped it in, put 2 capsules in, and it was a fizzy old fashioned, but there's no added any kind of like liquid or anything. So it went down so fucking easy. And then you feel it coming on. You're like, oh my god, I just chugged an old fashioned.
All right, Rob, I might as well make my next one.
Do it. Which one's this?
That is the bourbon highball.
The bourbon highball.
I'm going to use a little bit of the Bullet, one of my favorites.
Bullet is good. That's the Vino's favorite.
No, absolutely. And you're going to knock a good 2 ounces or 60 mils out. In this drink, I like a stronger or a higher ABV bourbon just because it stands out a little bit better.
Yeah.
I just love a good bourbon. Interestingly enough, it's just kind of one of those things. You either really really like them or you don't. But this next one, and because this is not a straight say bourbon and soda or bourbon and ginger ale, we're knocking out an ounce of lemon juice into this. And I like lemon juice with my whiskey, a bourbon, because it's just soft. It's not overpowering. So it really, really works for me. And we're actually going to use a little bit of simple syrup just to balance this out. And I left my simple syrup upstairs in the fridge. And because I don't have it, I'm not going to get worried about it. So we're going to top this up with a little bit of soda water, and we're just going to enjoy the flavors.
Well, what else was on there?
Pardon? Well, I would put soda water in there. Simple syrup in. However,
you don't need simple syrup.
No, you don't. But you just balances it out slightly, and then just the bourbon just sort of shines right through, right?
I've heard the root beer and liqueur 43. Apparently, that's a thing.
You cannot go wrong with this. Whether you have the simple syrup in or not, absolutely fantastic. What's everybody's favorite bourbon to have in a highball? That's a good question.
I would say Kentucky Mule. That was my first mule.
No,
like I've always.
She said, what's your favorite bourbon to have in a highball?
No, favorite bourbon. Well,
yeah.
No, actual brand like.
Oh, Four Roses.
In the highball?
I mean, that's my favorite one for cocktails.
I never drink bourbon in highballs.
No.
Try a Kentucky Mule. Kentucky Mule was my first departure from the Moscow Mule. Like I always liked Moscow Mules, but I'm like, the vodka's not actually doing anything. What I'm liking is the ginger beer. So the first time I tried a variation was the Kentucky Mule, and I was like, wow, that whiskey is actually adding so much flavor. I still have the ginger beer that I love, but then the bourbon adds so much flavor. And from that point on, I almost never order. Every time I go to a restaurant, they've got a Moscow Mule on the menu. I'm always like, can you make it with bourbon for me, or can you make it with tequila for me? And they're like, okay.
I still don't know how you made 100 mules and you still like them.
Because they're fantastic.
I think he really likes the original mule.
I didn't drink them for a couple weeks after, but it's still a fantastic drink. It's my favorite highball. Like
that would have been on the no-fly list for me, boy.
Now apparently I need to feed the hamster, and he's right. My brain isn't working because I apparently seem to have forgotten simple syrup. But you know what? I don't need the extra calories.
Oh, you didn't put the simple syrup in?
No, it's the one thing
That's
I didn't
fine.
have because
it'll be a slight.
It's up out of my bar, right? Just for simple syrup.
Yeah.
So I see people's favorites.
Why did you use creme de menthe?
Because that ruins eyeballs.
Yes, it does.
I can concur that it ruins fucking eyeballs.
So I see Jim Beam, Knob Creek, Eagle Rare,
Wild Turkey 101,
Woodford, fantastic. Friedland, I see Wild Turkey 101.
Wild Turkey. I don't have a bottle currently, but Wild Turkey 101 is a fantastic bourbon.
Yeah.
I like gold bourbons. I'm a bit of a bourbon bitch. Like I just like them.
Bourbon bitch. Love it.
I just like them all.
Bitch.
Bullet's my favorite one to use like as my daily driver, but I love them all.
Maker's Mark's pretty good too. Of course, I love their wax steel.
Maker's was my first bourbon.
Old time stuff like that.
Really? All right. Decided to do a departure from the highball.
For the highball, you're cheating.
It's the same drink.
No. Got to be a highball glass.
I wanted to have something a little different. All right, I'm gonna make my next one, my last one, last planned one. I'll probably make a. There's a few there that I want to try. That what was that? The Lynchburg lemonade.
There were some good recommendations.
Yeah, there's definitely some good recommendations I might try. But I will make. Listen, what's my next one?
Hey, the whiskey business is good too.
The Batida Rosa. So we're doing cachaça, pineapple juice, lemon, grenadine, and topping with soda. That sounds amazing.
Got that recipe.
Oh god, that just sounds like a winner. That sounds really good.
Doesn't it?
It is super, super good.
Yeah, that's a delicious one.
Oof.
I just picked up a new bourbon from a local distillery here in Manhattan called Great Jones.
Yep.
And it's they teamed up with a vineyard in Long Island. So it's a wine cask bourbon. It's super delicious. Super
Technically, they can't call it bourbon if they've aged it in wine casks.
Well, no, you can.
As long as you can finish.
Yeah, you can finish it.
It has to be new oak barrels for like 3 years, but then they can finish in something else.
All right,
that's what a lot of
51% plus corn.
That's what a lot of these whiskey companies are doing now, anyway, to help kind of move stuff. Especially bourbon, because bourbon is so strict. You got to find other ways to make it yours interesting from others, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Besides the mash bill, you know.
It's standard in Australia for the whiskies to be aged in used barrels.
Yeah,
I've got a few interesting ones, different wines, different fortified wines. And sometimes they actually just use ex-bourbon or ex-scotch barrels.
Well, I guess that's got to be an issue with bourbon, is because it has to be new barrels. You're going through those barrels so fast, you know. Whereas scotches, it has to be used barrels, so they're just taking in barrels from everyone.
Yeah, they use a lot of bourbon barrels, actually.
Most of them use bourbon barrels.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the barrels that we make here from bourbon are sold to distilleries all over the world.
Yeah.
There's a huge industry. They send them to age wine in them and stuff like that. It's huge.
I heard a rumor that they were going to relax the bourbon laws so they could use the barrels twice.
I've not heard that, but that would
make sense. I mean, it would change things for sure, but that would make sense because it feels like a complete waste just to use it one time.
Well, what you do is you just become a double barreled or a double oak, right? You just go from one type of bourbon to another. You're going to get some really interesting flavors, and even your own barrels. You can go older, newer, and just see how you can come up with something really interesting.
It'll be interesting though to see how it tastes though, because you're losing a lot of the flavors that you get that are imparted by the charred oak. Hey, PJ's in the house. What's up, PJ?
PJ.
Hey.
Try this one looks cool, so I have to garnish it.
Hey Rob, which cachaça did you use? Did you use a Novo Fogo or what did you use?
LeBlanc.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Novo Fogo is just Novo Fogo is so head and shoulders above everything. It's actually shocking, man.
It's not available here very often though. We get the P2, which I'm not a huge fan of P2, and LeBlanc I really like, but Novo Fogo we had the standard for a while, but I can't find it now. But the age, I've been looking to get the aged Novo Fogo, but not available anywhere.
No, you can't get that.
Hey, Livio's in the house. What's up, brother?
Hey.
Good afternoon.
All right, here we are. I gave it a nice garnish. Here's the Batida Rosa.
Cool. That is the least highball I've ever seen in my life.
That is a fantastic cocktail.
Delicious.
That's nice. So cachaça, pineapple juice, lemon juice, grenadine, and soda. And that's refreshing.
I like it so much.
That's a banger.
Ooh, okay, that's a nice one. I love the Ray and Ting. That second one was fucked over by the peppermint schnapps. It would have been a great one if I had actual mint, but this is a nice way to finish off. This is good. All right, Vino, off to you.
Oh, is it my turn? All right, so I'm
it is your turn.
It's a well-known highball. I imagine many of you guys have had it before. It's called El Diablo.
Yes, I think I did make that one for my my 100 mule days.
Yeah, Anders made a version of this that got really popular, where he put the creme de cassis inside of the lime husk, and then you tip it over into the cocktail.
Oh, interesting.
And then you get that effect because it bleeds through, right? Because creme de cassis has more sugar in it.
It was a cool idea. I thought he did it smart. I thought it was a smart idea for him.
Oh, absolutely. Part of, and I'm sure Livio will agree to it. Not only can you make a cocktail really, really good, but the presentation, the pantomime, everything about a cocktail is not just sight and smell; it's look and feel as well. That's why when you zest, you squeeze the zesting of the lemon, you're going to rub it around the edge of your drink so that when you take your hand away from the glass, you still smell that lemon. You get that added extra taste and smell that stays with you.
We have a discussion here. I think the Long Island is most definitely a highball.
It's got soda. It's got soda.
It's got Coke. That's like the king of highballs.
Yep.
Not only is it a highball, I think it is the king of highballs.
It is the king of highballs.
Because that's the one that gets you that.
But the godfather of highballs is rum and Coke.
Yeah, I guess. But Long Island is like the drunk uncle.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The thing about the Long Island though is you got to do it properly. A lot of people don't do it properly because they put too much Coke. The whole reason of the Coke it's called iced tea, even though there's no tea, is because it mimics the color of iced tea, and you only get that if you have a lot of your booze mixture makes up like 60 to 70% of the glass, and then the Coke only makes up like 20-30%. I've seen people mix a Long Island where either the glass is too big or they don't put enough ice, and they end up putting like half the glass Coke. Then it's just black. It doesn't look like iced tea.
You get closer to a Texas tea that way.
Well, Texas tea has bourbon. But the thing about a Texas tea is basically you're just swapping the triple sec with bourbon. Yeah. But I made a Texas tea and I was like, okay, I prefer this over a Long Island. However, I would prefer it if it was just bourbon, if it was just a Jack and Coke. So it's it's I don't know. I don't mind the Long Island. Honestly, when I started getting into cocktails, because it's got so many, it was my first drink that was like using so many spirits together. I was kind of like, ooh, So yeah, I know. Vino's got some horror stories with the long.
He does.
got a long history with Long Island.
It's one of those things where I don't actually not like it. I just have some crazy ass memories, dude. Like I've had many lives, my friends, many lives. Just put it that way.
The very first time I love telling the story that I ever came in contact.
Hey, Noman's in the house.
The very first time I ever
join us. Get on your computer. Come join us.
It was
Dave, repeat that, Dave?
The very first time I ever came in contact with Long Island iced tea was a pre-mixed one that you could buy from the liquor store.
Oh, God.
I was 19, and I had not long gotten over mono, so I was still kind of eh. So, anyways, we knocked down 3/4 of the bottle, and I was feeling no pain at first. 4 blocks down the road, I guess my body said, "Hey, you're an idiot." And you can guess what happened after that. The poor neighbor's shrubbery, anyways. But that was my first ever contact with Long Island iced tea. And I stayed away from them for a while. However, when I had them properly made, a totally different drink. Absolutely totally different. And it balances so much better.
But still, it's still not a great drink. It's not as bad as it's not as bad as his reputation, but not a great drink. I would never order one. You know what I'm saying?
No, especially how much you're going to be paying for what it is. Especially for what you're going to be paying for what it is. Yeah, I would never order that.
By the way, my El Diablo.
How is it?
Yes, how's that?
When you said
this is a great cocktail.
When you said bourbon and Coke was the Godfather, now I want to make a Godfather highball. Like a version of the Godfather cocktail.
Yeah.
Top it with cola.
That'd be fantastic. Just some scotch, a little bit of amaretto, and then what soda would you use?
I've actually got this Fever Tree Distillers cola in the fridge. It's the one that they reckon tastes better in mixed drinks. I'll go out and get it.
You see, Sir Brass, this is the thing, right? So Sir Brass said the only time he had a Long Island iced tea was at Applebee's and he couldn't taste any booze. That's exactly the problem. It will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so sweet. When it's not good, especially when it's made at Applebee's, they put so much sour mix, so much Coke, and then sometimes they add a little sugar to it. So you got all of this sweetness, but they still add the same booze as everybody else does.
When I make it, I don't add simple syrup. Because you're adding Coke. Coke is sweet. You don't need to add simple syrup.
It depends on your personal taste buds, right?
Well, of course, that's personal taste. But a
sweeter cocktail.
I also do like I serve in a standard. I think this is about 15 ounces, but a standard highball glass. I'll do when I make a Long Island. I'll do half ounce pour of each spirit. And then I do 3/4 ounce of lemon. I don't do simple syrup. And if you shove enough ice in here, that mix should get to about here. And then your Coke is only about this much. So you get the proper color, the iced tea looking color, and it tastes fine. But yeah, different places will do different things. The other thing that sucks is I know like our LCBO, which is our liquor store here in Ontario. There's a brand, I don't know what brand it is, but they sell a Long Island iced tea mix. People buy this. So it's it's basically got all your spirits inside, but obviously they're garbage low end spirits.
That's where I got mine.
And then they have sour mix. So the idea, people love that because it's like, oh, you just pour this and then you just add Coke and then you got your Long Island iced tea. But it's like the worst bottom barreled spirits and like shitty preservatives and sour mix. And it's just, don't buy that shit.
No, I always recommend, if you can, make your own sour mix. It's really easy to do, and then you get a much better flavor out of it. It's not going to taste powdery. And
I've never made sour mix because I always have lemon juice, lime juice, and simple syrup on hand. That's essentially what it is. And that way you can control, depending on the drink, you can control the ratios. If you don't want this drink to be sweeter, then put less simple syrup. But if you have sour mix, it's already mixed, and therefore you're stuck with.
When I first started in the business, sour mix, there was so much sour.
Yeah, if you're tending bar. If you're tending bar, then I get it because you're making lots of drinks and it matters. If you're a home bartender like me, I don't care if it takes me 10 more seconds to make a drink. You know, I'm making drinks for me and friends. I'm not making drinks for 8,000 customers. So,
but most bars now in New York City don't have it behind the bar unless it's like a shitty, shitty place.
I told you, there's a restaurant. I won't name names, but there's a restaurant in near here, and I went. And I ordered. I mean, it's a sports bar pub kind of place, but I shouldn't have been ordering cocktails. But I ordered a margarita. I think I told you guys about this, but I ordered a margarita, and I was like, "Can you make it a Cadillac margarita?" I guess the guy just thought of that as just add some Grand Marnier in there. But literally, so the thing comes in a freaking pint glass, like tall freaking pint glass. Literally 1 ounce of tequila, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier. Maybe there was triple sec in there. And then the thing is just filled to the rim with sour mix. This was the grossest thing I've ever had in my life.
But have you ever had doesn't know that, right? They think that that's what you get. Whereas if it's somebody that's made it properly, that's where you learn that it can be it can be.
Well, and it's the problem is people that these bars, and I get that, you know, you see, if you're on TikTok, you always see these videos where, like, especially martinis, right? These people are like, look at the martini glass, and they take 2 martini glasses and they pour one into the other, and they're like, you're getting screwed. It's like, it's not about quantity, it's about quality of ingredients. If you're getting a martini.
If I could reach through the screen and punch those people in the fucking face,
I know,
I would do it.
The problem is a lot of them don't realize you're really getting 2 to 3 ounces of booze in a cocktail.
Yeah, and that's a martini. And a martini doesn't even have a mixer. Martini is just booze. So, like, what do you if you wanted 15 ounces of gin and vermouth, you would pay a lot of money for that drink.
Yes. Well, it's like going to a restaurant and ordering a meal, right? Your plate's going to be the same size. You're going to get the same food. Yeah. They're not going to give you.
Exactly.
The burger patty is always pretty much the same, you know?
Yeah. I just hate that those people and they do it with ice as well.
Yeah, they take out the ice and like, look how much they're screwing you.
Especially when it's one of the long cubes, the long ice cubes.
Yeah. It's like
it's just like, what bugs me is they think they're being smart and insightful, and it's like, no, you're ignorant. You're really, really ignorant.
The one thing I think the one thing though, I think we can all agree on though, like, look, the cocktails are crazy expensive right now. Like, they're really in New York City. In New York City, you know, I don't pay less than $15 to $20 for a cocktail. That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, and I will admit that. Like, you know, ever since getting into cocktails and stuff like that, I'm as much as I try not to be like a cocktail snob, I do notice when I go into a cocktail bar, they know what they're doing. But like a restaurant where you go in there, it's like a Mai Tai, and you look at it and it's like 1 ounce of rum, ½ ounce of triple sec, and then it's like pineapple juice. And it's like that's not a Mai Tai. I'm not going to be ordering that.
Well, but they also have stuff that'll get close to mimicking it for some of those restaurants. Things that are things that keep down the cost. Now, when you talk about costs, and the person who's really going to be able to highlight this is anybody that's worked in a bar. cost of booze, cost of labor, cost of hydro, cost of all of those things, and then you try and make your margin, right? And the margin isn't that high, right? By the time you've paid for everything on everything that you do, right?
Yeah.
It's you know,
It's tough.
Worthy Perk rum. I have not seen it. Let me look at the LCBO website. Dave, have you heard of that?
Put mine up. Put my
I'll do that. Yeah, you're doing your last one, eh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a gin and
Highball
tonic al
is
fresco.
really good.
But I haven't seen any worthy, even where I am right now.
Yeah, I don't think so. But let me take a look at that. Oh, it is on the LCBO website. Whether or not it's available near me. Worthy Park Single Estate Reserve, $89. Not available near me, but it's a Jamaican rum. No, I personally haven't seen it, but it looks like it is listed on the website. Whether or not that means it's available. The thing about LCBO, that our liquor store, they list a lot of things. Those things are not necessarily available. I remember throughout COVID, from like 2020 to just recently, to like 2020, last year, 2023, Smith and Cross was listed on the website, but it was nowhere to be found. And all of a sudden, last year, yay, it's back in stock after 3 years.
This gin and tonic is an interesting cocktail. So you got an ounce and a half of a dry style.
Wait, so what's in that? I didn't look at the graph that I made.
Interestingly enough, you don't necessarily have to use Cynar.
Cynar?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them made with Cynar, and now Tim will tell you how much he loves this stuff. You can use a bitter, but something like even a Campari or an Aperol, but you're not looking for, or you may not want to have something that really bumps up the alcohol volume. So this is only 16.5% versus some which is 25%. But you're going to add an ounce of this. So it's going to give you really that artichoke flavor. And we're going to modify it slightly with a little bit of Ango because you need to add more booze and a few more flavor notes. And you want to throw in a couple of dashes there. Now we're going to top this up with tonic water. Now I'm just using some basic tonic water. Again, an Indian tonic water is really good in this. There's a couple others that work really well. Again, personal preference and taste. You get a fantastic color.
Sean, where are you? Where are you at? You say you have no Smith & Cross or Zimaka.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so
good. No one in Australia has Smith & Cross at the moment.
No.
You guys don't have Smith & Cross. You
have a Zimaka, the Plantation Zimaka?
Probably. I haven't looked.
The Zimaka is close to the Smith & Cross. It's a Jamaican pot still, so it's got a similar flavor. So yeah, I was just gonna say, so Sean, so if you're in Canada, you can't get Smith & Cross where you're at. If you go to zyn.ca, zyn.ca, it's a liquor store in Alberta. They ship nationwide. You'll pay a little bit for shipping. It's not cheap, but they have a huge. Alberta probably has the best selection of spirits anywhere in Canada, and this website zyn.ca will ship nationwide. I've gotten a lot of stuff from there before Smith & Cross was back in stock in Ontario. I was buying it from them. And I bought a lot of other stuff that's not available in Ontario or even Quebec. Like I'm close to the Quebec border, so I go there sometimes, but still a lot of stuff not available. I've bought a lot of stuff from Zyn and they ship it over. They ship nationwide, so they'll ship anywhere. So yeah, one option to look into. Yeah, so yeah, tell us about that drink, Dave. Sorry, I cut you off there.
Yeah. So sorry. Really good. It's gin and tonic, but you get the gin. The Cynar actually becomes the main flavor for this. You get a little bit of the.
I can see that.
the juniper in there, not too much, and of course the Angostura bitters really just give you some flavor highlights, that depth of flavor. And tonic water is all just tonic water. It works really, really well. This is sort of a bittersweet cocktail. It's really good. It's not over bitter. It just kind of sits just right. Simple to drink. You could knock back a ton of these on a hot summer's day. Absolutely.
Vino, did you do your last one? Have you done 3 already?
Yeah, I did my 3 already.
We've all done 3.
I guess we're on to user recommendations.
Hey,
now.
The first one is the Lynchburg lemonade, Rob. Go for it.
I was either going to make the Lynchburg lemonade or I was going to make Stefan's a suggestion of just the Angostura and soda. So which one am I making? I think I prefer to do the Lynchburg lemonade, but I will do either. Whoever.
Well, Lynchburg lemonade sounds a little more interesting.
It does. All right, let's do that.
It's really good.
Okay, so I am doing 1.5 ounces of JD, 1 ounce of triple sec. I'm going to do Cointreau for that. 1 ounce of lemon, and then just top with Sprite, which I have.
And you better use fresh lemon juice there, Rob.
Well, I've got lemon super juice.
What? Okay, that works.
I like the super juice just because the shelf life. It's a bit of time to make it, but I'm not wasting as many limes and lemons, and I do push that shelf life. I will let it go longer than I probably should, but it doesn't go bad. I've had it for like freaking 3 months and it doesn't go bad, and it still tastes.
No, it's pretty
fine.
good, right?
Yeah, because it's got so much of the preservatives in it, like the added citric and malic acid and whatnot.
Yep.
All right.
Now, Stefano said that his very first highball, by the way, was a Shirley Temple.
Hey, is that actually? I guess it's technically a highball. It's got bubbles.
Yep. Well, if you think about it,
there's a lot of recipes for that, though. There's a lot of different. My wife is not a huge drinker, and she does like the Shirley Temple, although she doesn't. Just kind of like Vino, she doesn't like it when it's over. Some of them have too much orange juice. So it's orange juice, grenadine, and Sprite. That's basically a Shirley Temple. So, but my wife prefers it when it's like mainly Sprite, splash of grenadine, and splash of orange juice. Some of them is like half orange juice, half Sprite, splash of grenadine. That's too much fucking orange juice. So, yeah. Anyways, back to my drinking.
Back to your drinking, huh?
Back to actual alcohol. All right, 1.5 ounces of JD. This is the bonded. I'm almost out. I need a new bottle of this one. This one's fantastic. This is the Jack Daniel's bonded.
You can call it a Dirty Shirley. That's correct.
Dirty Shirley.
Yeah, that'd be the alcoholic version of the Shirley Temple, right?
God.
Remember, guys, if you're not
seeing as it was named after a child, I don't like that it's called a Dirty Shirley.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Like, I got a 7-year-old daughter. I'm not sure if I'm cool with this.
Yeah, I get it.
Behave yourself.
The less OJ,
I didn't
the
come up with the drink.
The less OJ, the better. I'm with you, Rob. I am.
Splash of OJ.
You know what's crazy?
That's all you need.
I love orange juice. I love orange juice, but so I would think in the cocktail I'd love it, but I just.
No, you know what it is. It's the different flavor that's introduced by the alcohol that sets it apart on your taste bud, and it depends on the type of orange juice you're probably drinking or using. When you try it, do you try it as freshly squeezed, or do you try it
always fresh navel? That's all I use.
You know what? Try a different type of orange. You might actually
blood oranges are great and whatnot, but it's like a different cocktail when you use blood orange.
I still think that it's not about the type of orange, because all oranges are sweet. I think it's literally mixing it with half.
I think they're too sweet, they're too sweet, and they're not very bright. That's why a lot of people.
I've seen people that I think Kevin did this when you make orange super juice, you adjust the acidity. You add more acid to it.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people do acid adjusting for orange juice, which I'm sure helps it a lot. But I've never done it.
You can also add a little bit of salt, like a pinch of salt, or use a saline solution where you just usually standard 10 to 1, 10 parts water, 1 part salt. Although you can double it up. A couple drops of that will just brighten it up. It's just it kind of picks that your tongue a little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right, here's the Lynchburg lemonade. Oh yeah, that's good. I mean, JD is fantastic. This will work with. I mean, it's obviously it says Tennessee whiskey, but fuck, any bourbon will work. But this is really good.
Yeah, but JD's not a bourbon. Get it ready. It's a Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah, they just added charcoal fill.
PJ, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, PJ. Have a good one, brother.
Yep. See you later. So,
I would say because of the recipe I did here. So I did an ounce and a half of Tennessee, ounce of triple sec, ounce of lemon, and then your lemon lime. I would say I like it. For some people, this might not be sweet enough.
Now
when I make a little bit of simple syrup, or I don't know, but
I'll use a half an ounce of the JD, then just half an ounce, and then I'll just top it straight with lemonade. But of course, I use my own lemonade versus anything else, right? So
you're using sparkling lemonade, or
no? It's just it's a homemade lemonade.
Oh, you use lemonade, okay? Because in the UK, that's one thing I found out when I was making the Snowball cocktail with Advocat during Christmas, is because it says top with lemonade. So as a Canadian or Americans, to us lemonade is like sugar lemon juice. Like it's a lemon drink. In the UK, lemonade is Sprite. It's lemon lime soda.
Australia too.
Okay, so that's why it gets confusing with cocktails sometimes, especially like for a good example of that is the what's that one with vodka and blue curacao?
You're talking about the. Oh, I can't believe you just did that to me. It's the Blue Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon, that's the one. Yeah, Blue Lagoon. Because that one is top with. Dave. Yeah, actually, it's one of my most viewed shorts, the Blue Lagoon. But because it says top with lemonade, so I top it with what I consider lemonade. But I think it would actually be, and I'm not a big fan of it, but I think it would actually be much better with Sprite, which is maybe what it was intended to be.
Yeah, that's actually and that is an interesting thing. It's the same thing as, and I'll say this, is apple cider.
It's really good. Yeah, apple cider. Yeah.
Now, in North America, apple cider has no alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's just
but
that the raw apple juice, like very.
And I assume in Australia as well, apple cider is an alcoholic. And
so we call that strong cider
too.
Yeah, it's like Strongbow is one of my favorite. We call that, so in Canada, apple cider is just very kind of raw.
Wait, bro, wait a second. Do you see who's in the chat?
Damo is.
Oh my goodness, we gotta highlight this shit right here.
Holy cow.
Guys, we have a celebrity in the chat right now.
We have a legend in the
legend.
Hey, Rob,
and he thought he could just get a comment by us and we wouldn't notice.
Just gonna do a little throwaway comment. Are you nuts? Holy moly, Tyler, we miss you. We love you. Brother.
We do. You need to come back, buddy. You need to come back.
I hope you're still watching when we're doing this now, because this is the best surprise ever.
Yeah, we miss you, buddy. Absolutely. We need you. We need you in these lives.
And your daughter is absolutely the cutest little thing, man.
Wow. Also, I have to say that Olgarth is asking.
Oh, what up, baby? I'm back.
If Australia has a Dick Cider. I love those commercials. Sorry, and I got to put it back to Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Tyler.
You guys don't know, Tyler is one of the guys that he was on YouTube. He started during the pandemic like a lot of us. And he has some of the funniest booze content on the web.
Oh
It's
my God,
unbelievable.
yeah.
And his channel is called Never Empty Bottle.
Yeah, go
he's
subscribe
not-
to Never Empty Bottle. He hasn't
Yeah,
done anything in a while, but
unfortunately, he's not
great
making
channel
any videos
nonetheless.
right now. But his legacy stuff is amazing. Rob, share it in the thing if you can.
Oh, yeah.
Just check out his channel. Just subscribe because even if he's not making anything new. Watch his old stuff. It's always hysterical.
Yeah, we've missed you too, Ty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we missed the shot of him, man.
Man,
We
good
got people in
times.
2 different chats again.
Listen again,
Me too.
everybody. If you're not on, if you want to be in the chat with everybody else, head over to David's channel, Booze on the Rocks. Everybody's hanging out there. You get to chat with everyone, make jokes, make friends. Again, head over to Booze on the Rocks. We'll be waiting for you.
No, absolutely. That way you can all be part of the fun discussion with everybody else, right? All the interesting stuff.
It's a lively chat. You don't want to miss out.
No, absolutely. So we need another cocktail here.
Yeah, okay. So we need something for Dave and Vino to make.
Actually, Dave should put the link in his thing because everyone's on his channel.
Well, mine will go to everyone.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm posting. Well,
because
because I'm posting from Restream. So
fancy like, huh?
I'm posting from Restream. If you post if you're chatting from Restream, it will go everywhere.
Yes.
This is where the party is. That's right, Tyler.
That's right.
So, okay, what was
I
that
don't
other
have
one
that.
that he said? He said soda and
Ango.
Ango, Soga and Ango. I think it was.
How
it was
much?
like
How much Ango in there?
probably an ounce. Let me look it up.
Yeah, Stefan was saying half an ounce to an ounce. Yeah.
Do I put ice in there or not?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Why would you put ice?
Oh, we should get Tyler on the live.
We should. I'll send him a.
His daughter.
Hey Tyler, if you want in, I'll send you a link on. If you're up for it, I'll send you a link on Instagram. Yeah, I would say, Dave. I would say an ounce of Ango. Maybe do a little bit of lemon, and then top with
A
soda.
little bit of lemon. What did Stefan
Yeah,
say?
why not? I don't know.
Oh,
It
he
was a
said
long time
send it.
ago.
Rob, he said send it.
Yeah, I'm sending.
Let's fucking go, baby. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I sent to your Instagram account, Tyler.
Check your Instagram, Ty.
You don't need much. You just need like a phone, any like camera.
Yeah,
and
just follow
audio,
the link. You're
fine.
gonna be all right. Just follow the link.
You know what? That's pretty
I
good.
went something different. Actually, Sean, I drink sweet vermouth seltzer all the time. I love it. That's that's a really favorite low ABV cocktail for me.
That always makes me think of that scene in Groundhog Day when he's trying to figure out.
Cocktail?
Yeah, sweet vermouth on the rocks with a twist. And then he keeps doing it. He keeps redoing the scene.
I drink fortified wines with soda all the time. I love it, especially
Sweet
Lillet.
vermouth
I
on the
drink
rocks,
Lillet
the
and
twist.
certified a lot. I mean, I drink Lillet with soda a lot.
That's much better than you think it would be.
Oh, I believe it. I made the Angostura Mule during my 100 Mules, and it was one of my favorites. It was amazing.
Like the color's fantastic.
Did you put some lemon?
No, I didn't. I just went straight.
You just went straight, eh?
soda. Yeah, and you know what? Really good. The flavor's there. It's not overpowering. Angostura is 44.5% alcohol.
Yeah, so it's
So you could
people don't
probably
realize that.
actually
Eh?
go a little bit more, another
It's
half
considered
ounce.
a non-potable alcohol because they don't figure you're going to be an idiot and drink it straight.
they've never met somebody in coffee.
They've never met us.
I gotta get that. I'll be back, fellas.
But all right. But yeah, it's considered non-potable, so that's why they can sell in grocery stores. But it is 44% alcohol.
Yeah.
So there's some great cocktails. Like the Trinidad Sour, the Angostura Colada is a fantastic one. It's basically a pina colada with like an ounce and a half of Angostura.
Yep.
Yeah, this is some great shit.
Rob.
Just
Lime
give
and
everyone a
no
tip.
juice,
Don't
right?
drink Ango straight. No, Damo, you want to drink Ango straight. It is fantastic. I've done shots of Ango. Actually, speaking of Tyler, didn't we do a shot of Ango when Tyler was on one of our lives? And he was
Ango shots are amazing, dude.
But Tyler did not take to it. He did not enjoy it at all.
And some people don't like it, especially the first few times you have a large amount of it. That flavor can be overwhelming.
Spin and Manip says it's one of their favorites. And I love Trinidad Sour is fantastic. Try the Trinidad. The Angostura Colada, fantastic.
Yeah, actually, Trinidad Sour. I did the equivalent with Peychaud's Creole Sour. Really good, really good.
David,
what were you saying, Vino?
Tell me if you know what I'm gonna make. Ready?
We have to guess what you're making.
What
is that?
Wait, homemade chocolate liqueur, right?
Chocolate liqueur. Okay.
Coffee liqueur.
I know exactly what you're making.
Are you making that
Coke?
chocolate Coke?
I'm gonna make that chocolate, but I want to try it. It sounds crazy.
It sounds stupid.
Dave, it does. It sounds stupid, but it sounds good. Dave, was it what you use for your rum? What did you use?
You know what? You're asking me an unfair question.
Because Rob, you know where I want to go with it.
Where are you going with it? I don't know where you're going with it.
I want to go with rum. Where do you think I want to go?
Oh, you want to go Smith and Cross?
We haven't done our Smith and Cross spots.
Smith and Cross.
I did not use that. I did not use that one. But if you're going to make it, I used. Oh, I don't even remember which one I used specifically.
Actually, let me see. It looks like I used white rum.
Pardon?
Tyler, do you have the link?
He said he's making a drink.
Yeah, I think I used lambs, if I remember correctly from the video.
I'm going. Rob, what do you think? Should I go balls to the wall or what?
Do it. And
let's do it. Let's do it.
It's right in arm's reach. It's right here.
Do it. Do it. I wish I had that do it gif right now.
Bacardi and Cola, do it.
We would love to have you as our sponsor.
Yes, Smith and Cross. It's like the 18,000. Oh, yeah. Tyler, can I send it in Discord? Where can I send it to you, Tyler?
What happened?
You can't get into his Instagram.
My Insta? Does he still have access to?
Are you still on Discord? I can send it to you on Discord.
Yeah, ask him if he's still. Oh, send him an email. I can't put his email in public.
Do I have his email?
Hey Tyler, you still on Instagram in Discord or what?
Yeah, he is. Last time I checked.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna make this cocktail here. What do I need?
I'll try to find him on.
Okay, so you need, and I quote, 2 ounces of rum.
2 ounces of rum. Ooh, 2 ounces of Smith and Cross, Rob. I think I'm gonna do a split base.
Hell yeah!
No, don't do it too late now.
No, I'm gonna split.
No, split it though. Split it because it's gonna give you the.
It's gonna overpower the cocktail too much.
I want
it to taste like
one
chocolate.
of the things you're going to find, Vino, is you're gonna taste the coffee in this cocktail, right?
Okay.
It's not light notes of coffee, but you want 1 ounce of the chocolate liqueur, and 1 ounce of the coffee liqueur.
Tyler, I got you on Facebook.
Well,
I'll send you through here.
My chocolate liqueur is really chocolatey. So wait, so you said 2 ounces of rum, 1 ounce of coffee, and 1 ounce of cocoa, right?
Yes, but you don't shake this.
Oh.
You build it in a glass. You build it in a pint glass.
Stop shaking, Vino. You're complicating things.
What kind of YouTube bartender are you? You don't even give me good.
Well, you were already doing it, so I just figured, well, leave it to it, and I thought maybe you were just using a big metal glass.
Hey, jeez.
So, I'm not staring at the screen.
You think I was going to just drink it right out of this?
Yeah, hey, why not? You know what? You can pretend you're at work. Come on.
Yeah, I think I sent it to him through Facebook. I think he saw it on Facebook.
All right, cool.
And
come on, Tyler.
Of your favorite cola after you throw a bunch of ice in there.
Was that right? Was that Dave?
And 6 ounces. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill the glass with ice, and you need about 6 ounces of cola.
One of these days,
whatever fits.
One of these days, we're going to get them.
All right, these are Collins glasses, so they're not going to be as quite. I may not get 6.
Okay, you're not going to get 6 ounces.
We got Tyler in the house.
Okay, so
Hey,
looking at the
hey,
glass.
hey!
Who it is?
Look who it is.
Hey. It's fantastic to see you.
Guys,
Yeah, absolutely.
guys, I'm drinking in my goddamn.
I
What's
can barely
that?
hear you. Say that again.
Oh, you sound like you're talking from the bottom of a swimming pool.
Hold on.
That's
It's,
better.
it's that Colorado reception.
There we go.
He's at the bottom of the gorge.
There we go.
He's at the bottom of the Colorado River.
No, I'm in a
There we
laundry
go.
room right now because my child's sleeping, and this is the
Oh,
only
you're
place
good. We can hear you.
Peace.
We got you now. We hear you now.
Oh yeah, I get that. I've
Well,
got a
we-
monitor.
we
I've got
know
a
that
monitor
very
like
well, my
two.
friend.
I've got a 10-month-old, so I got a monitor like two feet away, and you probably heard a few.
Nope, didn't hear nothing.
Oh, you did? So okay, I heard it.
Look, Vino-
Yes,
Vino-
everyone. So yeah, this is Tyler from Never Empty Bottle. He was he was one of our. He hasn't posted in a while, but this is one of the YouTube cocktail regulars back in the day, back in the COVID days.
It's been almost 2 years now, hasn't it?
We did a really awesome collaboration with Tyler. We made
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
The Moscow Mule video has got to be one of my
Right.
favorites. With
Ready,
That was
guys? Ready?
fun.
What's up? Well,
For
listen,
whatever
cheers.
reason, I wanted
cheers.
to be in the bathtub. There was no reason for me to get in the bathtub. I just wanted
That
to-
I can't believe you
No,
did that.
dude,
That's
you weren't just in
fantastic.
the bathtub. You were in the bathtub with your laptop and cocktails. Quite unusual. Quite unusual.
the
Oh, yeah,
wife
let's
walking
cheers.
on
Cheers to Tyler.
Yeah, let's
Cheers to
go.
Tyler. Cheers to fatherhood, brother.
Yeah,
Yep.
buddy.
Yeah. Cheers.
The Smith & Cross probably wasn't the right choice.
Yeah, I've never had Smith and Cross with chocolate. Maybe not the
I
right
would
No,
choice.
it's actually not bad, but the Smith & Cross is not the rum for this cocktail.
Probably
Well,
like
you've got the milk
sweeter
beer that
rum,
you
eh?
want, right? You've got the
I mean,
banana
it's
plum.
chocolate, so you probably want a sweeter rum.
No,
I wish I would have went with like maybe like a Venezuelan rum or something would have been pretty good in this.
Venezuelan.
Oh yeah.
How
So
bougie
if
have
you,
you gotten since I've been gone? What the fuck are you doing? Like what?
Oh, we've gone quite bougie, my friend. We're
Well, we've been
Highly
trying for
sophisticated
about 2
bartending.
years now. We've been trying to get Smith and Cross to sponsor us. Hey, Smith and Cross,
Just
come on
no-
now, give us.
just
Maybe this will
comment.
hypnotize them. Give us money.
Tyler, we plug them every single time we do a live. We've gotten no response.
Not even a knock at the door. They're just like, maybe next
Well,
time.
No, I also don't think that we've helped influence the purchase of a single bottle yet either. So
You might be
Okay,
surprised.
so a dark and stormy. Obviously, that's a classic highball.
Yeah.
I love the history of this cocktail too, because this is one of the few. There's a few of them, but this is one of the few cocktails that is actually copyrighted. So, and the Gosling's Rum Company has been known to go after bars that are serving dark and stormies and not using their rum. And I talked about this when I did the dark and stormy video. I talked about this in my video, but the way that works is that you cannot copyright a recipe. So recipes are not copyrightable because they're not novel. Anyone can come up with a recipe, so it's not original enough. But you can copyright a name.
Yes.
So the actual it's basically a rum mule, right? It's just rum, lime, and ginger beer. It's a rum mule. So you can make a rum mule and sell it you can make a dark and stormy in your bar and call it a dark and stormy, and sell it and use whatever rum you want. But if you're gonna call it a dark and stormy and print it in your menu, then they can come after you if you're not using Gosling's rum, and they've been known to fucking do that.
There's a way to get around that.
I respect that shit.
Just don't call it a dark and stormy.
No, you can call it
call it a freaking shady I don't know. I got nothing to do with college. I gotta work on
A
my-
shady and inclement weather.
Yeah.
You're rusty, Tyler. You're rusty.
You can call it a dark and
It's dark and
stormy.
warmy.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I gotta knock the rust off. Gotta get
Yeah,
my-
you're
Black
too used
and
to going-
scary.
you're used-
It's
you're
called
too
a
used to going,
black and
"Goo, goo,
scary."
gaga, baby.
Yeah, and then your bar gets cancelled for being racist.
No,
right?
yeah.
Hey, Tyler, what are you even drinking there? What are you drinking? Formula?
Dude, this is what fatherhood's done to me. This is straight whiskey. That's all.
Oh yeah, baby. That's what it is.
You
man.
gotta put some soda in there to make it a highball.
Dude, I know. I missed the highball number. Here, hold on. If I hold it up on top of this thing, it looks taller. So this.
There we go.
And a good,
That works.
Look,
Fatherhood
he's
makes
got
you a whiskey
a
drinker.
proper 3-finger pour in there.
Fatherhood's made me a lot of things, and whiskey is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah, fatherhood and whiskey go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
Rob, did I hear you say you have a 10-month-old now?
Yeah, I
Can you
got.
stop putting babies into your wife. What the fuck are you doing?
Seriously, bro.
Actually, I am.
You try to live in Canada.
I am officially now incapable of doing so.
Nice.
So that has happened, but yeah, I got a 10-month-old. My wife wanted a daughter, and we did it. So we got a daughter. We got 2 boys that are up 7 and 5, who are absolutely fucking insane, but they're great. And yeah, it's crazy as hell in this household. 3 kids.
Who else watching the live has kids? What do you got? How many kids? What do you boys?
Yeah.
I know Andrew, you've got a son, right?
No, I've got a son and a daughter, but they're in their 20s.
But we've all got
yeah.
girls. We've all got
Yep.
girls.
I got
Yeah.
a nice little girl.
The greatest little things that ever walked this earth.
Yeah, I got 3 girls and a boy, right?
I was pretty devastated.
3.
So that changed pretty quick.
You got 4, David?
Yeah, I got 4.
I didn't know you
They're
had 4.
all-
That's crazy.
I thought he had 2
they're
and
all in
1.
their 20s
I thought he had 2 girls and a boy. I didn't know he had a third.
So we have a 6, a 3, and a 1. Damn, Sir Brass got 6, 3, and a
David
1.
drinks and makes kids. That's all he does. He makes cocktails and kids.
Cocktails and kids.
That's all David
So
does.
Sean's got 3 kids.
We're rebranding your
Demo's got his
channel
little
to
daughter.
from Booze and the Rocks to Cocktails and Kids.
Damo's daughter is super cute.
Oh, she's adorable.
My channel will
adorable.
disappear in about 10 seconds when you do that.
No, I think a lot of people would really identify with Cocktails and Kids.
Sean has 1 girl, 2 boys. Wait. Sean has. Wait, what am I reading here? Sean has 3 kids. Damo has a daughter. Another Sean has 3 girls and a boy.
Oh, come on. Steve says
Sir Brass,
Sean
1
has
girl, 2
2
boys. That's what I got.
We got a bunch of.
I have the
Sean,
opposite
Jerry,
of
Sean
the opposite of Sir Brass. My boys are older, young girls younger.
There's a lot.
Just
this is why
too
we're all
much.
hanging out on a Friday night
Iceman
having
is
drinks.
just 2 immature people in the house.
Hell yeah.
Youngest-
1 daughter,
youngest
1
kid,
lawyer
Steve
wife.
Appley saved
Oh
the
boy.
season. Whoa, Rob! Heed the warning, Rob.
Youngest kid was conceived after the same procedure.
God
Well, that's
damn.
because
Well,
Not
I
100%.
don't know. So I sent in some samples, and they came back and said, "Yeah, you're good to go." So
yeah, you sent
I don't
them in.
know.
Come on.
You put your baby gravy in the mail?
I did. They told me to.
How many stamps does that take?
It
They
was
swim
a
halfway there. Don't worry about it. You're okay.
no, it was a registered. It was a
pre-bought,
pre-purchase registered letter. So registered envelope.
Did
It was
they
good to
ask you
go.
if there's any liquid, anything liquid?
Yeah.
or
Do you have anything that could leak in this package?
anything explosive? Ma'am, the explosion already happened.
Everybody at
No, it
UPS
was-
is pregnant with Rob's kid somehow. That's in the box.
It was a weird procedure. It was a weird thing. The whole thing was weird.
Because you didn't understand how where babies came from or what?
We can
I didn't-
break it down for you if you want, Rob.
I didn't know how it kept happening.
He's like, we have too many damn storks in Canada.
No, but this doctor in Canada, he's famous for doing like the non no scalpel vasectomy. so he's famous for that. So like you go into the office and he's literally has like a map of like, well, of Canada. Anyways, and then when you walk in, he gives you a pin. He's like, find your home and put the pin. Just so he can have a map of like everyone he's cut into. Well, I guess he doesn't cut. But
well, at least he's obviously very proud of his work.
He's very proud. He's very proud of his work. Yeah, it was interesting.
What is he? How does he not cut you? What does he do? Put a tube?
No, so what they do is they
magic.
So here's what they said. They're like, the anesthesia does not require any needles. It's like all you're gonna feel is like a rubber band. But I mean, a rubber band to your boys does not feel good. So,
it depends what you're into. Some people like that kind of stuff.
So I mean, as much as there was no like incision of any kind, yeah, it was painful as fuck.
I'll take that.
But Rob, I don't understand. I think he like took you for your money. Like he said, yeah, you don't have to do anything, and then you walked off.
I don't know what it is, but they do somehow like they do somehow. I guess there is some sort of incision, but they do somehow cut it off and then stamp it off.
Rear entry probably. That's I have to imagine.
Rear entry.
Yeah.
I think you're making everybody uncomfortable.
All right, so highballs. What are we making next? This is taking a weird turn.
How do we get on vasectomies again?
Only the men have remained in the chat.
Yeah. All the women have decided to go.
Here we go, right here. Here, Rob's got a good. Let's make a highball called the no scalpel vasectomy.
What do we put in the no scalpel vasectomy?
Okay, so
should I ask ChatGPT?
You take
Rob, do it on ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT to make a highball called no scalpel vasectomy.
All right, I'm doing it right now.
Well, actually, didn't Ryan Reynolds make a joke about an aviation thing for?
Yeah, he did.
Wife was saying he needed to get a vasectomy.
He did, yes.
Wait, what did he do, Andrew? What?
He did a video of doing a highball with aviation because his wife was saying he had to get a vasectomy.
Oh,
it was called the Ryan Reynolds procedure or something.
It's kind of boring. It came up with 2 ounces of gin, half ounce of dry vermouth, half ounce of lime juice, 1 tablespoon of simple syrup, club soda. It's kind of lame.
Yeah, I like Sir Brass's recipe better. Put Sir Brass's recipe highlight.
Which one's that?
Sir Brass.
Dark rum, ginger beer, lime, and Valium. I'm fresh out. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have any volume.
I think one of us almost made that today.
Yeah, I just looked. Ryan Reynolds literally called the cocktail Ryan Reynolds vasectomy.
Yeah,
oh,
and
shit.
it's a highball.
When you're famous, can you just name shit after you? Like, is that
pretty much?
I get.
Yeah.
That's when you start to refer to yourself in the third person.
Ah, fuck, man. I guess I'm not there yet.
No.
When you get there, let us know.
Yeah. I mean, I like to talk to myself. Does that count? Like, if I just sit in a dark room and talk to myself?
That's just fatherhood right there. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be. What do you call it? In no time, you'll be talking to yourself, hiding in a dark room, hoping that everybody leaves you alone.
Yeah.
That'll be the garage.
Shooting all my videos from the
With some
laundry
tools.
room.
All right.
Well, at least you don't got to shake the cocktails yourself. You can just put it on top of the washing machine. It does.
Ooh, shit! Look at you.
Yeah.
That'll go viral. We're always looking for new techniques.
And then I'll like, this will be like my thing. I'll just pour it out in my detergent.
Hey,
I'm up for another one.
Instead of the Tide Pod challenge, you have
God.
the straight liquid, the straight detergent challenge.
Yeah.
All right, who's got another highball for me? I'm ready to go. Well, Vino, what was your last one?
You make.
I just made a rum and coke just now. But the one What I did before was the.
Oh, yes, right. You did the the
Vino
chocolate.
starts getting drunk.
That's right.
He's getting lazy with his cocktails. He puts shit in the glass, and he's like,
I need a palate cleanser, man.
he's like, this
After that
cocktail-
chocolate, Rob, that chocolate Coke sounded just weird.
Yep.
Well, what we should do, it's almost closing time. Why don't we do our shot?
Yes.
Yes.
What do we got?
Tyler,
What does
your
everybody
choice.
have?
We haven't seen you in a while. We do a shot.
Tyler's
at the end
choice.
Of live.
I say, in honor of Tyler, we should do a shot of Angostura.
We will make you do a chicken broth and gumbo shot.
No, wait. Let him say Angostura. Yeah, Tyler, you can do it.
All right. I gotta do it like I'm talking about a cocktail though.
Yeah. Okay, 2 dashes of.
Yeah. So the next you're gonna do 2 dashes of Angostura bitters.
Good times.
I wish we had. I wish I had. Which Fireball? Because that's his biggest video.
Which one?
That's right.
The Fireball.
Oh, my Fireball one. Yeah.
I've got some Fireball.
Dude, you know what sucked about that one is because right after I shot it, all of us got on a live stream together, and I was hammered. And you guys were all trying to talk to me. And I was like, "How did you all get into my phone?" Like,
this was the Discord, right? The Discord lives.
yes.
Oh, that's funny.
And I remember there was like 12 of us, and I was like, "There's so many tiny people on my phone."
All right, listen, everybody in the chat.
Cheers, Devo.
Recommend a shot for us to take, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. The closing shot. What do they say?
The closing time shot.
Closing time. Sorry.
Angostura and Smith and Cross.
We've done that before.
We did that
Oh, have
already.
we?
I think we did
Okay.
that already.
Yeah, and I don't have any Smith and Cross.
You finished it, eh?
I wasn't on the chat yet, Rob, before you were saying it, when you were talking about when we did that shot of Angostura.
Yeah.
And it about fucking killed me because that was the dumbest thing we've ever done.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Really, I don't remember that. It was that bad for you?
Yeah, we were all enjoying it, like, oh, that's pretty good. And Tyler was like, oh.
It was like
That's
you
why
put a
Tyler
lemon to a
quit
cat.
YouTube,
Like, I was
man.
just like, oh, it's gross.
That's why Tyler moved to Colorado and stopped doing YouTube because of you, Danny.
I'm trying to make it come back, baby. I'm working on it.
We'd love for you to come back. That'd be great.
Yeah. I'm
that would
actually.
be amazing. Do you have a space
so
at
I
home?
haven't talked to you guys in quite some time, but I'm back in Iowa actually.
Are you?
Oh,
No
really?
way.
Yeah,
When'd you
fantastic.
come back?
Yep. So back in Iowa because we got the kiddo now, and she's just a hellion. So it makes
right.
You need
life
some
a
help,
little easier.
some family support.
Yeah.
That's
Ultimately,
awesome. That's
just
great, man.
built my roots here, and it's honestly just kind of where I call home. So it's
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. That's
That's awesome.
Tyler, man. That's
So,
super dope.
oh, we're back in Iowa. It's good shit. And yeah, no, I'm trying to find my way back onto YouTube, man. So
That'd be great. We'd love to get you back.
slowly but surely, I'm starting to build up my shit again.
Cool, man.
Nice.
Well, do it when you feel ready. Don't rush yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. I was like, my wife was talking to me about it. She's like, oh, what will you do as your intros? And I was like, I don't know, maybe I should get the kid involved. And she's like, maybe not. And I was like, okay. I was like, you're right. That one, we'll wait.
Well, you guys are doing the family stuff for a while too on Instagram. So I guess is she thinking about doing that still?
Honestly, that was just more for like that's the way we kind of do our scrapbooking, if you will, like just our memory making and shit like that. It's a lot easier to do it that way, and yeah. But no,
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, she's the shit, man. Having a kid's, it's cool.
That's
Super
awesome.
dope, super dope.
Absolutely.
So guys,
Absolutely.
again, recommend a shot for us to do before we.
Yeah, we
call
need a
it
shot.
wraps. If you don't do it, we'll do it. We'll figure something out.
And Tyler, send me a message.
What? Where am I sending you this message?
Just say I love you and just put in my love you message.
Shout it into the air.
Like, do you want me to send you a carrier pigeon or what? Like, what am I?
Just tell him everything's going to be all right,
Are you
Tyler.
trying
He
to
wants
sext?
reassurance.
Everything's gonna be all right. Oh, thanks.
Where are my shot glasses at, man? All right, here we go. All right, so let's see. How about half bourbon, half
You gotta put something
Amaretto.
funky in there.
Half bourbon,
Amaretto?
half amaretto.
How about no? Dave said he had no Smith and Cross. Eh?
We could do.
Yeah, I could do
a
half
Godfather
burn,
shot.
half amaretto. I could do that.
Yeah, let's do a Godfather.
Okay, but
shot,
this
right?
is highball. How about we do half bourbon, half amaretto, and then you top it with a little bit of something bubbly.
I got no more bubbles.
You have more bubbles?
Fuck.
Vino drank all of his bubbles.
He drank all the
My
bubbles.
bubblies are gone.
Yeah.
So, right, Godfather shot, good. Dave, you got amaretto?
This is the only bubbles I got.
I got
All right, amaretto and bourbon.
Tastes good.
Let's go Woodford.
All right. I'm going Kings County from Brooklyn.
Nice.
Is that bourbon?
Yep,
So we're just doing bourbon amaretto. Is that it?
that's right.
All right.
You want? How about a dash of Ango?
Dash of Ango, just
A dash of
for
Ango for Tyler.
Dash of
just for
mango.
Tyler. I can do that. I'll do 2
That'll
dashes.
be our little Tyler dedication.
I did like 4 dashes.
I honestly, when I first messaged in onto my personal account, I was like, they might not even know who this is. I was like, I don't know if they
Hell
know.
no, bro.
We know exactly who you are.
Completely.
Absolutely.
forget.
I actually kept looking to see if maybe YouTube wasn't serving me videos.
Yeah, dude. So I've had a few people ask me like where I've gone, and I keep telling them, I was like, just be patient. It's coming.
All right, here it is.
Everyone, thank you for joining us tonight on the live. We love when
Yep.
you guys join us. It's always a good
Absolutely.
time. To Angry, always great having you.
Yeah,
and Tyler,
Andrew,
brother, we can't wait
come
to
around.
have you back with it.
Yes.
Until that happens, it was
Miss
awesome
you
seeing you,
guys.
brother.
Yes,
Cheers
it's
to
great.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
That is good.
Oh,
Oh, that is a good shot.
That
Holy
was-
shit.
really good.
Fuck.
Have
That
to
was
recommend
really
that to a
good.
bar, man.
Mm,
That was really good.
that sticks around, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, Vino,
man,
you want
that
to close
was
us
really
out?
good. I'm sorry?
You want to close us out?
Yes. Remember, folks, when life gives you lemons, make yourself a cocktail. Cheers.
Life gives you this. Cheers, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Have a
Cheers,
great
folks.
day.